today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the Dragon Statues 1/9 scale action hero vignette, the Avengers Age of Ultron Captain America. This is the second statue that we'll be having a look at from the folks over at Dragon. Now, unlike the Iron Man that we've already had a look at, the Iron Man had posability, whereas the Captain America, the Thor, and also the Hulk, I believe, are all more staction statued pieces. On the front of the box, we have the new designed suit for Captain America, which still prefer much more than the first Avengers Captain America. We spin around to the side of the box, and we have a gorgeous picture of Black Widow here. And on the back, we've got the Avengers logo. This comes to us again from the folks over at Dragon. You can go to www.omnigroup.com. Check out some of the pieces that got going on down there. And actually, Spot will also provide the links down below where places that you can also pick up Dragon models. I've seen them in some comic book stores, but if you guys have not had much of a chance finding these guys, definitely do yourselves a favor and we'll click the links down below. You guys can find out places where you guys can pick up these pieces. At any rate, there is a flap. Much like the Iron Man, there's a magnetized flap on the inside here, and when we open it up, we are treated to a display base. We are also treated to the components of Captain America. Now, because these, as you can see, they're not ball socket joints, so again, because they're not ball sockets, you're not going to be able to pose Captain America. He's going to be more a staction piece. But he does come with two interchangeable heads, which is a really nice touch, depending on if you want to have him displayed as Steve Rogers or as the Cap. Having said that, Spot is going to take a break. I'm going to get this out of packaging, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Dragon's 1/9 scale action hero vignette, the Avengers Age of Ultron Captain America. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Much like we did with the Iron Man, before we actually put Captain America together, let's have a look at the pieces that make up this set. For starters, you get yourself an instruction guide showing you how to put together Captain America. Everything is fairly easy and well illustrated, so you guys can know how easy it is to put together. As you can also see, interchangeable heads, which is a nice touch as well. You also get yourself the makings of a display stand, the bottom part of the display stand, as well as the top pieces, and these two will just very easily snap into place. Just like that, and this pegs into place. Now I'm looking at it, it looks like this is going to be made up of a bigger picture, like a bigger diorama. Will feature all the Avengers in place. A couple of pegs on the top there, which will support Captain America when we get them all put together. So without further ado, what we can do is take all these pieces, which consist of the torso, the lower legs, the boots, the arms, the hands, the mentioned two different heads, and no Cap would be complete without his shield. So what we can do is take all these pieces that we see here and turn it into something that looks like this. And this is a great piece again. A fantastic job from the folks over at Dragon Models. Let's have a look at Captain America, a little bit closer image of the statue. I don't actually have him fully adhered to the base. But you can see how he pegs into the display stand. The shape of it, and by the fact that the other rail is kind of cut the way it is, it does make me think that this is going to be a much larger piece, providing, again, getting the other pieces, the other statues. The reason why I didn't completely attach Captain America to a display stand here was just because I wanted to remove it so we can have a look at the figure itself. Just reattach his leg. The pieces really as a whole are extremely easy to put together. In fact, let me just remove the leg so you guys can see. It's an L-shaped kind of slot. So you easily know which piece goes in which area. Pegs into place, and you've got yourself a completed Cap. I shouldn't say that. You don't have a completed Cap just yet, because of course you've got his shield, which you remove the little clip here. This little clip here actually just removes. We'll just put the Cap there for a second. take the clip. Actually, maybe what we can do is add it to Cap's arm without actually taking the, because the clip actually just fits in between his finger grip here. Something that is actually far easier to do when you don't have it in front of the camera here. You just actually take the little clip, you just fit it around his fingers, and the shield sits in place against Cap's arm. Coloring is actually quite nice. It's a little more muted of the coloring. It's not as bright of a blue, but the red, the blue, the dark blue actually in there as well, and the brown really stand out well on Cap here. There's what he looks like on the back. Now, as mentioned, he does have the interchangeable head. Head is extremely easy, and I'm happy that they didn't use a very long peg to attach the head. The head is extremely easy to swap out. Take that and we can swap it out with the Steve Rogers or Chris Evans head, and you have something that looks like that. I think they did a pretty good job on the facial sculpt of Chris Evans there as well. Again, paint is pretty clean. Consistently, the paint is pretty clean, really, from head to toe on this piece, and certainly extremely impressive on the Iron Man piece as well. Speaking also of Iron Man, there is the Iron Man that we've already had a look at. Proportionately, now granted, Cap's knees are bent, but proportionally, I guess they would be roughly about the same, I guess the same height, give or take. So if not for his knees being bent, they're roughly on par with one another. I still love the metallic treatment with the cranberry red again, and that gold looks exceptional on Iron Man. I think personally, as a matter really of my own preference, while I do like the Chris Evans head, if I'm going to be displaying with all the Avengers, which I'll show you guys when we get the other pieces put together, I'm likely to have it with the Cap head and display them all that way. Shield with or without, depending on your preference, but a fantastic piece to say the least. Dragon models are available in some comic book stores. I've seen some of the older models available in some places. If you guys are wanting to pick up these pieces for yourself, I'll have a couple of links down below of places where you can find Dragon models. Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Dragon Models 1/9 scale. We're having a look at the action hero vignettes, the Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have a couple more of these videos of Avenger pieces heading your way. Stay tuned for those, and I'll see you guys next time.